Hello and welcome to Access Sportsnet. Lakers, driven by your Southern California Honda dealers. Chris McGee, a almost dancing James Worthy. Derek Fisher, Brez will be here. Allie and Trudell will be taking care of the post-game locker room. It's the third straight game that the Lakers go to overtime. That's the first time that's happened since 91, wow. 92. You were on that team, big game, James, 30 years ago. You probably don't.
Nah, my memory's not
remember.
I can't go back that far.
I was assuming. Lakers survive and they win their sixth game in a row. Survive. It's kind of the right word, right, for tonight?
Yeah. I mean, you know, given the circumstances that we've been talking about, you know, for the last few games, bubble, coming out of that, being on the road, missing some players. Yeah, surviving is a good word. You know, it's not, you know, sometimes Geeter and Fish can, you know, he can attest to this. I hit a bad golf shot, it'll hit a tree, hit golf cart, hop back on the green, I'll get a par.
Go up and down for par?
There's no video on the scorecard, right? Yeah. So it's that kind of game tonight. You know, it was
you just circle sloppy. It, circle it in the cart.
They did what they had to do. Kuz, Montrez, getting the extra possessions, hustle. Without Caruso, without AD, I thought they did a hell of a job coming back from 20,
down 20,
chipping away, kept chipping away. Oklahoma, give them credit. They got some young talent on their team. They were really aggressive and they're rebuilding. But I give the Lakers, you know, a lot of credit for being able to chip away and win this game.
Man, I love the sunny skies in Big Games neighborhood. Positivity we needed right there.
Yes, always. No reason not to be.
Yeah. Win's a win.
A win is a win.
Yeah.
Good win to get. You know, this is also going to pay dividends 2, 3, 4 months from now. You can't create these situations in practice. You can try, but it's just not the same. So, you know, late game defense, offensive and defensive rotations, when to use timeouts, you know, which lineup is going to work best for you. All of those things for the coaching staff to be able to get live reps, that it really pays off over the course of a season.
No AD, no Caruso. Kuz got the start. He finished 1 rebound shy of a double-double. He's standing by with Mike Trudell.
All right, Kyle Kuzma, this is the first time since 1991 the Lakers have gone to 3 straight overtime games. You guys pulled all of them out. What did it take to get over the hump in this one after going down big in that first half?
I mean, that's something we have to address, obviously. You know, 3 straight overtimes, you know, no matter if it's a win, whatever. You know, it's kind of unacceptable by our standards, but, you know, I think we did a good job of just getting timely stops and, you know, hit a few baskets. So.
Kuz, we've talked a lot of times just about the unique situation of this year with no fans, the pandemic. How are you guys managing all that in games like tonight when you're trying to find the energy?
Yeah, you know, we just got to try to find the energy. It's up to, you know, us on a daily basis to, you know, just be committed to one another and, you know, really just committed to excellence and, you know, trying to pull out any type of energy that we can kind of find. Obviously, we have no fans, and that's a big part of, you know, for us as professional athletes of, you know, getting that energy, but you know, we got to get it from the love of the game and you know, holding everyone accountable for it. So
you led the team in rebounding once again tonight, Kuz. I know that's been a focus of yours this year. What is it about there that rebounding, we think about it as just as effort, right? But I know it's more than that. How much is that an important part of your game?
Man, it's big for this team. You know, I'm trying to be a star in my role and you know, just trying to help the team try to win. You know, no matter what it is, come off the bench, start. You know, I'm just, you know, out there just, you know, playing basketball, playing free, and playing with a sense of joy, trying to, you know, get wins. So,
Kuz, we appreciate the time, man.
Yep, appreciate it.
All right, take a look at the Laker leaders for the night. Dennis Schroeder with 19.7 rebounds, 5 assists. Kyle Kuzma, 1 rebound shy of a double-double. He had a good night tonight. LeBron James does his usual thing, 25, 6, and 7. Montrezl Harrell was fantastic. 20 points, 8 of 10 from the field, 2 blocks. I want to talk about Trez in a moment. But, guys, there were a couple of big threes. LeBron hit one at the end of regulation to send it to overtime. Wes Matthews had a huge 3 to take that lead in overtime. But I want to show that last play. Heads up by LeBron James. Remember, right before that, he had an ISO with a 1-point lead. Got that air ball. It was good defense by OKC. But, Fish, take us through this last play here.
Yeah, they tried to look at Diallo there. Horford going towards the backcourt, and LeBron is one of the best free safeties in all of basketball. If you do not put that pass on time, on target, with pace, he is going to run through the passing lane.
Yeah, especially that ball's going to Al Horford, who's not moving like he used to, even though he had a great night tonight. But such a heads-up play when you watch that, James. LeBron throwing it back into the court so the clock continues to run.
Smart play. Smart play. You know, I learned a long time ago you have to be running to the ball in those situations. You can't be waiting for it. That's why LeBron was able to get through there. But you're right, Geeter, saving it, getting it back in, forcing them to put up a really tough shot with the clock running down was good D.
I said this before the season started, and we've talked a lot about it since. There are going to be nights where Montrezl Harrell and his motor will get you through. Tonight was a Montrezl Harrell type of night. The energy was not there. Mike Trudell has talked a lot about it, and so have we. He's there at Staples Center. It's just really tough. And it is really hard for everyone to understand, but there's just no vibe in there. It's no matter what the DJ does, no matter what everyone does, there's no fans. So it is hard, and we're seeing that across the league for home teams. Montrezl Harrell brought that energy tonight. James, 20 points, 8 of 10. He's 75% from within 5 feet. Only what? Christian Wood and Giannis are better. Does he need more shots? Especially on a night like tonight? I think you need to feed him even more, James.
Yeah, he's a 6'8", 6'9", energized battery. Yeah, I mean, in situations when AD was out, I think they've been going to him, you know, more often. Yeah, in a game like this, I could see him getting, you know, 4 or 5 more shots, but you don't want to have to force it. You know, you want it to come naturally. So I think it did for him. His game usually comes natural for him. Offensive rebounds, post up, quick moves to the bucket, trying to draw fouls. So, yeah, I like what I saw. But, you know, if they could get him a few more shots, that would be cool. But I like it to come kind of natural. Don't force the issue. I thought he got what he deserved tonight.
Yeah, that's why he's so efficient. Is most of the time the opportunities for Trez do come naturally. Great job hiding out in the dunker spot, dunker area, kind of out of the defense's vision. He plays with great passers, and he's accustomed to being a player that has complemented other great players, so he relishes that role. And you're right, though, about, you know, Trez's his energy, his effort. It's consistent. Fans, no fans, he knows that this is how he puts food on his table for he and his family, and he is going to bring his hard hat every night.
Hey, guys, I had a nice stat working before the end of that game. Andrew Miller, our graphics producer, and I were talking. At 10 games, the Lakers are struggling with three-pointers, right? 29th in the league at 31%. Only 8 makes a game. This was the first time they had gotten to 10 threes. One of them happened to be Wes Matthews. That was a huge play in this game. And also the 3 you called by LeBron. What an ATO. Right after the timeout, little handoff. I don't know why OKC went under, but LeBron got to his favorite spot, and he buried it.
Yeah, I mean, on that spot on the court, you know, from an analytical perspective, LeBron's three-point percentage is
probably let him go there.
Higher there than anywhere else on the court.
Shot right there.
It is a great shot. And Fish, you saw it from that angle. He's in the corner. When he sees where LeBron's throwing that ball, he just takes that one shuffle step. There's no panic. His feet are set, and he has that quick release. That's a pro.
Yeah, no, and again, Lou Dort, again on the backside of the Thunder defense.
Yeah.
2 guys were already on LeBron. He was just kind of standing there watching LeBron.
Yeah.
And lost West. And West did a great job of sliding into the spot. LeBron takes pride in delivering the basketball on time and on target. And great big-time late game 3 for Matthews.
Before we get to the highlights, what do you think the biggest reason for the struggle three-pointers right now?
Just mental and physical fatigue.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, it's hard to describe the level of focus and discipline that it takes to survive a season. And when you have such a short, you know, 71-day off season, you know, everything is not going to fire the same way as the season goes on. And so guys are just having to work a lot harder to do the things they're accustomed to doing.
And big game also, you know, KCP's average percentage was way up there. Kuz, Caruso, guys they're going to come down. It's just the law of averages. But when we're 15, 16 games into this season, we're looking at the numbers. And this is the best Lakers shooting team from three-point land we had ever seen. They're one of the best in the league. I still believe they're that team. But like Fish said, just struggling right now in one of those ruts.
Yeah, I mean, he's come off a long road trip, you know, and Fish said no practice time. We know they can shoot it. They've much improved this year with Caruso, Kuzma. A lot of guys are hitting the 3, and it's how the offense flows. You know, when they get AD in there and they get the full team back and the way they run their offense, I think they'll be getting easy.